This is a great opportunity to just work on my going live and talking about God. I do this every Sunday morning, but I do it on the private side, I guess, is considered. You would think of it as more private because you register, you go to afroeconomics.com, and every Sunday morning at 7 a.m., I have a Bible based financial management time. And I decided today, I was like, I'm just going to go in and talk about what we just talked about this morning, but just to encourage you that it is there for you. If you're this type of morning person and you're seeing this, then you'll probably enjoy the Sunday at Sunrise on Sundays. And I do it most Sundays. I think I've done it every Sunday, since this pandemic started, and we are making our way out of it. And I know that I have a lot of people who are still in the house or their church isn't having church service yet. So this it's been a great way of getting to know. I met a lot of new people. So check out afroeconomics.com, go to the events calendar, and then look at the Sunday at Sunrise. But also, I want to share like what were the verses that I talked about this morning. Well, let me share some of them. I started with Proverbs chapter 30, verse 5. Every word of God is flawless. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. And the topic is really that business school didn't create investing. Like the word, we have God and created investing. It's all over the word. And in my book, the fifth principle of Afroeconomics is including God in our financial decisions. And however you acknowledge your relationship with God, let's make sure that we include Him in our financial decisions. In the Bible, there's so much about financial principles that I use in my practice of my investment advisory firm. I am really the fifth principle of my financial planning process, Afroeconomics, is to include God in our financial decisions. So in the chapter, I have actual Bible verses that help with different areas of financial management. But so, but when I thought about this, I was just thinking about like things that we do, diversification, asset allocation, um, the and ownership, all of that is in the word. I talked extensively this morning about Matthew 25, where it has like the parable of the talents, and that's an interesting reading. So definitely check out Matthew 25. I believe that it, really thinks about us as um, professionals. It talks about as a parable about a master or a person that owns, say, he's a business owner, and the business owner goes away and he has three employees, and he says he gives the employees talents or money or responsibility according to their abilities. Now, it's interesting to me because is that the way that God sees us? Does God give us the blessings according to how we can handle them? Like, or do we have to exercise more faith? And the more faithful we are, the greater our relationship with God and the more responsibility that God will give us. And that's something, to think about because I've looked at that parable of the talents, chapter 35, 25 in Matthew throughout my life. And today is when that really um, came to me from a leadership perspective, from a management perspective. Like one of our participants this morning is a principal of a school. And I was, saying to her, like, don't you think about that when you're not able to do something? Your first thought is, who can handle this amount of responsibility if they have to lead the meeting, or who can handle? So, God is saying, that's how I view you. That's every word of God is flawless. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. Proverbs 30 again. So um, let's find refuge in God and in his word that it will give us the guidance that we need. So some other things the word talks a lot about setting financial goals. Proverbs is packed with financial wisdom. It says in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 16, a wise man thinks ahead, a fool doesn't, and even brags about it. My goodness. So, that is definitely a key area for us to think about, that, it's there for us. And that we need to think through things, that we need to have a financial plan, that we don't need to just be approaching things sporadically. No. I also think it's interesting that the word instructs us to know the difference between feast and famine. And when I will upload today's discussion, because I don't want to just do it all just again, but thank you to those of you who are watching it now. But I'm going to upload today's discussion, this morning's discussion from a few minutes ago. But I talked quite a bit about that in Genesis. It refers to that we have to store up because famine is coming. There's a time for feast, and during the feast, we need to be storing. And I was like, that are many people confused right now, and they think they're in a feast because they're getting some extra money when actually, they're in famine and they need to be storing. Or have we lost sight of what is feast and what is famine, because we think that there's this support out there. So let's be conscious. Let's be, totally realize that the word wants us to be 100%, responsible for our financial future and our generations to come, financial future. The word speaks on making sure that you provide for your children's children, leave an inheritance for your children's children. So we're thinking, second generational here. So to talk more, don't hesitate to reach out to me about generational wealth, about biblical financial principles, about your specific financial goals. The AfroEconomics membership is about financial planning. So if you sign up as a family member, individual, entrepreneurship member, I'm ready to help you one on one, but we also have group meetings. But the point of it is to help you one on one with your financial goals. So I have lots of resources that you can build on. Have a wonderful Sunday. Please don't hesitate to look out, and please subscribe and share this with your friends.